Hey guys, Mike here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to not be nervous and get rid of anxiety if you're a new raider. So have you ever experienced this where it's your first time Savage raiding, you jump into a fresh prog for say the first fight of the raid tier, and you go in there and you have no clue what's going on, like the boss is attacking, mechanics are going off, everybody's like dancing all around the boss, and it's like you just have no clue and you're just overwhelmed. Well, the good news is everybody experiences that when they first time raid, even myself, and you're nothing special. And that's a good thing. So let me put things into perspective a little. So for a group of experienced ultimate raiders who are doing a fight in the raid tier, like they're progging the fight for the first time, but not blind. They're not doing it blind. If they're doing, they're researching and looking up POVs and guides on how to do the fight, it should take between 30 and 70 pulls to beat that boss. And remember, these are experienced raiders too. Like obviously, like the top tier raiders could probably get it maybe less than 30, but typically your above average raiders are going to clear a fight non-blind within 30 to 70 pulls. Now, there's 8 people on a raid team, right? So statistically speaking, every single person in that raid is going to cause a wipe. There's no way around it. There's not going to be like one person who just gets everything and is never going to make a mistake. Now, why do I say this? The reason I say this is because when you go into a raid, you are going to cause a wipe. 100% guaranteed. If you want to place a bet or something that you're not going to cause a wipe in any type of prog for a raid fight, then I'd gladly take that bet up and I would make easy money. The reason why I'm saying this is because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to cause wipes. You're going to just make stupid mistakes. Even once you get the mechanic down, you're still going to make mistakes and wipe the party on cleanup for a mechanic, even though you technically know the mechanic. Now, extend this to ultimate raids, like for the world proggers. I don't know how many pulls they do to clear the fight, but if they're doing it blind, I'd say it's at least 500 pulls. And there's 8, again, there's 8 people on that raid team. Everybody is going to make a mistake, even at the highest level of raiding. So just get that out of your head that you have to play perfectly. You're not. It's just impossible, especially if you're raiding for like hours on end. You're just going to get tired, people are going to get tired, and everybody's going to make a mistake. So that's the first thing. And just embrace it. That's my first advice. Just embrace you're going to make a mistake. Once you understand that, one tip I would advise you, if you get like nervous mentally and you just can't think because you're just shaking and you're getting nervous like that, what you want to do is practice exhaling slowly. So if you breathe in and out like normally, like that, then what you can do is you can extend your exhale so it's longer than your inhale. And what that's going to do is that it's going to lower your heart rate, and it's going to it's just going to force your body to calm down, and that'll allow you to think and allow you to not be nervous. So anytime you're thinking to yourself, hey, I need to relax right now. Like I want to relax. I need to relax. Just focus on the exhale. Just extend your exhale so that you can lower your heart rate and your body will naturally relax. That's I typically do this when, like, say if I'm getting a really good parse, like I critted a bunch and I'm about to get a really good parse and I need to not mess up the end of the fight, then I just tell myself, okay, I need to relax. I'm just going to exhale and extend my exhale so that it just calms my body down. All right, the last tip I would give you if you get anxiety when you're raiding is to not roll the GCD. Now, I know everyone says always keep the GCD rolling, and yes, that is true. You should always keep the GCD rolling, but only under one condition: when you're trying to clear the fight. If you're not trying to clear the fight, if you're just trying to learn mechanics, if you're trying to just prog certain mechanics, you're not clearing the fight. I don't care what you say, you're not going to clear the fight on that pull. So it doesn't make any sense to roll the GCD when you're learning the mechanic. So what you do is, when you get to a part in the fight where you're trying to learn and you're trying to prog, the best thing you can do is to just simplify things as much as possible. And to do that, don't do your rotation. Just focus on the mechanic. Make sure you're standing in the right place. Make sure you're observing and kind of looking at the ground and seeing how people are moving and how the markings and danger markings appear in the arena. That's all you're focusing on. You're not focusing on your rotation. Then when you fully understand that, on the next pull, then you can start to introduce your rotation into the fight. This way you're not overloading your brain and you're not going crazy with anxiety when you're progging the fight. This is not like EX and normal raids where you can just eat every single mechanic and still survive and beat the fight. In Savage, if you eat a mechanic, you're most likely going to wipe the party. So don't roll the GCD. Only do that once you fully understand the mechanic and have experience with the movement and the timing of the mechanic. Then you can start rolling the GCD. And eventually when you get to the part where you're about to clear the fight, then of course, yes, keep rolling the GCD so that you can actually meet the TPS check. Anyways, hope these tips helped you. These are 3 major tips I think any new raider who experiences anxiety can greatly benefit from. Hope that helped, and thanks for watching.